5. So root 3 are cancel out. So ultimately our answer is P equal to root 3 VL IL cos 5. This is the power consumed by the three-phase circuit in a star connection. Now the equation of the power factor in a star connection. See, there are generally the three power generated: the active power, the reactive power, and the apparent power. The active power is what? It is almost, we can find out that the root 3 into VL IL cos phi. This is known as active power, which is almost consumed by the three phase respectively. Now the reactive power, there is a reactance component present over there, so we have to again consider that the reactive power, that is Q root 3 into VL IL sin phi. Remember this thing, cos phi is used for the active power and the sin phi is used for the reactive power. And the apparent power is what? That is a almost the power which is generated from the voltages and the current flowing from it. There is no vector diagram, that's why the apparent power is what? That is a root 3 S equals to root 3 into VL into IL. These are the also important terms to helpful for us to find out the solve problems. Now same thing for the delta connection. Again we have to find out some relationship between the line voltage and the phase voltage for the delta connection. Is happening in the star connection where the line current and the phase current are same. So same here, that in the delta connection the line voltage is almost equal to your phase voltage. So we can write that VL equals to VPH or VPH equals to VL in delta connection. Here the VL is equal to VPH, or you can say that VPH equals to VL. This is for delta connection. And here what happens, the line relationship between the line current and the phase current in delta system or the delta connection, as we already proved that the line voltage is root 3 times higher than the phase voltage, but the line voltage is equal to phase voltage, but the relationship between the line current and the phase current, line voltage and phase voltage are opposite in a manner with a star connection and the delta connection. So if the VL equals to VPH, then definitely your IL is root 3 times greater than your IPH. So we can also write that IL line current in delta system is root 3 times higher than IPH, or you can say that if you are talking about the IPH is equal to IL divided by root 3. See, mention here, if you are seeing that VPH and IPH, the cross correlation, and the IL and the VL, almost the line voltage in star connection is equals to the line current in a delta system, whereas whatever the equation we find out in the delta system for the line voltage, it becomes the line current in a star connection. Again in a delta connection, the power consumed or the equation for the power in a delta connection, again it is same for this star connection, that P equals to 3 into power consumed by each phase. So we can see that the P equals to 3 into VPH IPH cos phi. Now VPH equals to VL in a delta connection, but VPH equals to 1 by root 3 into VL in a star connection. So now substitute the value of VPH and IPH from the equation. We can write that the P equals to 3 into VL into 1 by root 3 IL cos phi. Now 3 equals to what? That is root 3 into root 3. VL into 1 by root 3 IL cos phi. So root 3 cancel out. So ultimately we find that P equals to root 3 VL IL cos phi. Again it is common, power consumed by star connection or delta connection, both are same. that is root 3 VL IL cos phi. This is the power consumed by the delta system. Now the equation of power factor, again it is almost same as a Y connection. There are three powers: active power, reactive power and the apparent power. The active power is that P equals to root 3 VLIL cos phi. If you are replacing your cos phi with the sin phi, then it becomes the reactive power, and it is denoted with the Q, that is root 3 VLIL sin phi, and the apparent power is that S equals to root 3 into VLIL. So it is power factor is almost same in a star connection and in a delta connection. So there is a little bit a difference between the only the line voltage, line current, phase voltage and phase current in a star and delta system. Now just if you want to find out, or if you want to solve any problem related to the star and delta system, then you have to follow some of the steps. They are mentioned below. Just given the supply voltage is always its line value. So whenever you are given any supply voltage, just keep in your mind these are these are denoted as a line value. Now the second thing, you have to just find out or calculate the phase voltage depending on the types of connection. First we have to find out the phase voltage. First you decide the line value of the particular system, then according to your star connection and the delta connection, you have to just find out the phase voltage. As we know that the phase voltage VPH in star connected, that is VL by root 3, but it is almost equal to line voltage in a delta connection. So this is the second step which is useful for you to find out the star delta problems. The second thing you have to find out is just the phase current using the following equation, that is IPH equals to VPH by ZPH ampere. This is the important equation where you can easily find out your phase current. So for phase current you just require the VPH and ZPH. VPH is your phase voltage. Now again the phase voltage depends upon the star connection, whether you are using the star connection or the delta connection, as we already talked about that. And ZPH is the impedance per phase. It is also under root square of R square plus X square, that is a active component and the reactive component, and you have to take just the square root of that component, and then you have to eligible to find out this ZPH. This is we see in our examples. Now the next step, you have to just find out the line current depending upon the types, that is a star connection, whether it is a star connection or the delta connection. If it is a star connection, then we know that the IPH is equals to IL. It means the phase current becomes the line current. But if you are talking about the delta connection, then your line current is almost root 3 times greater than your phase current. Then it can be right like that, IL equals to root 3 IPH. Now the next step is to find out the power factor cos phi using the following equation. Cos phi equals to R by Z. R is your reactive component which is almost given in your examples, and Z is your impedance per phase which you already find out, which is also given in your example. And to calculate the total power consumed by the load using the equation P equals to root 3 VLIL cos phi, that is known as the active power. If you ask in your exam to find out the reactive power factor, reactive power, then you have to write like that, P equals to root 3 VLIL sin phi. And if you are asked in your exam that to just find out the apparent power for given star or delta connection, then you have to write that the P equals to root 3 into VL and IL. Again, your VL and IL depends upon your connection, whether it is a star or delta, where you are easily identify your cos phi with the equation R by Z, that is P is measured in a watt. There is a one video which is just useful for you guys to just how can it solve the star and delta connection.
Previous lesson we looked at a Y network. Okay, we had a Y source and we had a Y load. Okay, or we had a star source and we had a star load, and we analyzed that network thoroughly. Now we are going to look at a delta connection, or in other words, in this particular scenario we are going to look at a delta connection. Okay, I have a delta source over here. These are my coils which are generating EMF, and this is my load which is connected in a delta network. Okay, I am assuming that I have balanced loads. So this is Z angle phi, this is Z angle phi, this is Z angle phi. Okay, these are my transmission lines. Okay, and my load is connected by simply joining this to my transmission lines. Okay, now I have a delta delta connection which I would like to analyze for line and phase quantities. Okay, what is your line voltage? Your line voltage is voltage across your transmission lines. Okay, so it is this voltage which is same as the voltage between this point and this point. Okay, so essentially your line voltage is the voltage in your coil. Okay, let's just say my coil voltage is Vm angle 0. My coil voltage in this particular coil is Vm angle minus 120, and in this particular coil it is Vm angle minus 240. Okay, so my line voltage VAB is Vm angle 0. Okay, what is your line voltage VBC? Your line voltage VBC is simply voltage across this point and across this point, which is this voltage. Okay, and what is your line voltage VCA? It is the voltage across this point and this point, which is the voltage generated in this coil. Okay, so I have got my line voltages. Now let's look at what is phase voltage. Okay, your phase voltage is voltage across this element. Okay, voltage across this element is simply voltage across this point and this point, right, which is same as voltage across this point and this point, which is same as this voltage. Okay, so in a delta connection your line voltage is same as your phase voltage. Okay, so basically I can write that my VAB is equal to Vm angle 0, my VBC is equal to Vm angle minus 120, my VBC is between this point and between this point. Okay, so it is Vm angle minus 120, and my VCA is between this point, which is my point C, which is this guy, and between this point, which is this point. Okay, so it is Vm angle minus 240. Okay, so VCA is equal to Vm angle minus 240. I have my line and phase quantities in terms of voltage right now, and they are all equal. Okay, now let's look at my current quantities. Okay, let's just say this is my line current IAA, this is my line current IBB, this is my line current ICC. Okay, we are going to assume that my phase current, which is the current flowing in this particular element, is, let's say, I. This is terminal A, this is terminal B, so I am going to call this as IAB. Okay, current flowing in this particular element or this particular load is going to be IB, and this is what? This is C. So I'm going to call this as IBC, and this guy I'm going to call as ICA. Okay, this is your C and this is your A.
This is the solved examples. Just we quickly go through some of the examples which can be useful for you guys to find out how the star delta connections are solved. The question number 1, that a balanced 3-phase load, keep in your mind they told you the balanced 3-phase load. So as per our previous video, they can be taught that the Z equals to same amplitude with the phase between A to B, between B to C, the whatever the impedance you use, that is also the same phase, and between A to C, whatever the impedance are used, that is also a same phase. So again, a balanced three phase load which has the value 6 plus J8 or 6 plus 8J is connected in a delta as well as the star. So here you are asked that the circuit connection is connected with the star connection with that load, particular load, and it is also connected with the delta connection type with the almost same load across the 250 voltage 50 hertz. So this is our primary given voltage, 250 volt input voltage with the frequency almost 50 hertz, three phase supply. So now we just find out the for both the cases, phase voltage and the phase current, line voltage and the line current, and the active power, that is P, and the power factor for both the star and the delta connection. This may be asked in your July 2011 paper. First of all, you just carry out whatever the data is given to your examples. Like here, the first one is ZPH. This is 6 plus J8 ohm per phase. Then the voltage given to us, that is 250 voltage, and in our simplification we say that whatever the given voltage, supply voltage, is taking as a line voltage, and the frequency given to you, that is 50 hertz. So first of all, just find out whatever the data given to you. After that, you just carry on whatever the types of connection, whether it is a star connection or whether it is a delta connection. The first, starting with the delta connection. Now for the delta connection, we have to just find out the phase voltage, phase current, line voltage, and the line current. Starting with the phase voltage, as we all know that the phase voltage for delta connection is equal to your line voltage. So the equation becomes VPH equals to VL, that is phase voltage equals to your line voltage, and the equation given the line voltage is 250 voltage. So ultimately we get our phase voltage, that is 250 voltage. So in a delta connection, phase voltage becomes 250 voltage. The first one.